Right, let's do this. Okay, here is today's reveal. And listen, if you think this is Assassin, I'm sorry guys, you're trolling. You are trolling. This is clearly, or looks like to me, to actually be the one for Necromancer. I reckon this is the Ritualist. This looks to me like a ritual dagger. And think about that. Couple of reasons for this. Ritualist in Guild Wars 1 used health sacrifice. Guild Wars 2 Necro has dagger already. Those dagger abilities are themed around blood, around sacrifice. You inflict conditions on yourself to punish your enemy, to remove boons from them or immobilize them. All that kind of good stuff. So that's what I'm thinking the thematic theme is that. It's thief. Look, see, Twitch just saying thief? There's no shot. How does this look like an assassin dagger? Okay, it's clearly ceremonial. You know, you're not gonna see a dagger in Guild Wars, an assassin in Guild Wars 1 like stabbing someone with this. It's ridiculous. No, it's ornate. It's curved. It's weird. It is clearly otherworldly, summoning the spirits into the game. And actually, look, I'm gonna go kind of all in on the speculation here that this is actually going to be Necro, the kind of Ritualist thing. To be fair, we don't know if it's going to be called Ritualist, right? In fact, they probably won't call it Ritualist, by the way, because Revenant is called Ritualist. It's, the PvP title is like Champion Ritualist or whatever, so they probably won't go that way, okay? It will be something else, but I think this kind of says something about maybe what the Necro spec could be. It could be, again, about sacrificing health to empower allies or to summon horrific spirits from beyond the veil to do your bidding. Really, really interesting on what could potentially be the theme, right, of that spec. I think a lot of people have been really hyped, actually, for kind of like an Orders style Necro. There was this kind of type of spell in Guild Wars 1 called an Order, where you would sacrifice health to apply like a really powerful buff to your team in Guild Wars 1. I think this could be kind of going in that direction, but also with the spiritual components. Wait, Sneb is linking this? He's linking some stuff. Yeah, but this is not the same, bro. This is not even close. He's like, oh yeah, look, you've got like a bendy knife here. This is clearly not the same thing, bro. Okay, we already know that the thief is getting the card, right? Thief is getting card wizard, joker wizard, trickster wizard. Okay, I'm sorry. Look, some people were even coping and saying this was Guardian. There's a really funny exchange where people are saying like, ah, yes, this is Guardian. It's like, okay, I'm not sure about that one. Okay, I'm not sure about that one. Okay, relevant knife, yes, of course, we have the legendary, well, this doesn't really look like it, to be fair, but of course, a very, very iconic item in Guild Wars 1, giving you that negative 50 health, of course. And, it's a bit of a theme around Necro anyway, so look, I'm going to say it. This is the Necro one, and that kind of opens up the other one, the one we thought might be Necro, kind of like the Ritualist icon there, like the swirly thing. That could be Engineer, some kind of Quicksilver Engineer, or again, kind of a similar thing, like Quicksilver Elementalist, perhaps, like with orbs swirling around you. That'd be pretty hype, actually. Kind of like, almost like, if like the legendary weapon, the Juggernaut, you become all like metallic, and it's got that, the Quicksilver, the Mercury, within the weapon, and it has that kind of a metallic, liquid metal attack pattern. Could be something like that, which actually makes it really exciting, actually. Yeah. The teaser for Ritualist is clearly Necro. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying they can't call it Ritualist because they have achievements for Rev that are called Ritualist. So it'll be like Channeler or something like that. That's how it's going to be. I'm getting look, in this dose of daily slop, I'm making a really big mistake. I'm making a really big error, guys. I'm looking at Twitch chat and I'm responding to Twitch chat. And this is a mistake. This is a huge mistake, guys. We're not going to do that anymore. I'm getting baited. I'm getting baited yet again. Okay, goodness me. Look, I'm telling you, when we get the Chinese poem for this, you're all going to go, oh, wow, Teapot, you were so right. It's clearly Necro. It's clearly Ritualist. It's going to be happening, okay? I guarantee it. But yeah, honestly, really hyped for that. I was like, Necro Ritualist is sounding really cool. I think there's a lot of potential there to make a really flexible specialization. We know that they're looking at support Necro, right? They did the big transfusion rework. I feel like they can honestly lean into that like even more because Scourge is like the designated support spec right now for Necro, but it's kind of lost its flavor. It's kind of got a little bit weird. It does have that barrier still, but it doesn't feel entirely complete in my opinion. Like, a lot of that power is like loaded onto the staff now, and transfusion, which is interesting, right? Because that's allowed basically a lot of other Necro builds to have support. So I think we could honestly see them kind of go for like a trait line thing, like a power ritualist, Condi ritualist, and then also have a support in there as well. I'm not the hugest fan of that design, but it does make sense, right? It makes sense to kind of enable a lot of playstyles with the new elite specializations. So I think that might be a design pattern we actually kind of see there a little bit, but we'll see. We shall see with that one. Reskin engineered charts. You know, it's funny. It honestly might be a little bit like that. Turret Necro taking Minion Mancer to another level there. That's incredibly funny, to be honest. But yeah, look, obviously, memes aside, it could obviously be an assassin. That kind of, if this is assassin actually, and that's going to be going to the thief, that does make the card thing really exciting. Could it be like, could it be a elementalist kind of card themed thing, like magical cards, elemental cards, drawing different elements and combining them together in some way? That will be a really interesting possibility. I think I do still lean towards this being that necromancer, this kind of ritual dagger kind of thing. But if it isn't and it's assassin, that does open up some other really exciting possibilities, because we're all assuming that the card is thief, of course. Yeah, Ellie Cardmancer, log in. We absolutely love to see that. But yeah, honestly, I think that'll about do it. I think we got through all of my thoughts on this one pretty quickly. Of course, stay tuned for more. There'll be another teaser tomorrow. And of course, on many other days as well. So definitely stay tuned, guys. Like the video. Okay, subscribe, leave your comments, and definitely check out my full analysis that I did on the Future of Guild Wars 2 post as well. I've got more thoughts, by the way. It's a 41-minute video. I know you guys just love that stuff. Have a little bit of a solo tea time experience, but I definitely have a lot more thoughts, and those are going to be coming soon, so stay tuned for that, actually, because I think we're in a really interesting position with the Future of Guild Wars 2, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what is coming up next. So stay tuned, guys. That's going to be it for me here in this YouTube video at the very least. Of course, watch the stream on YouTube. We've got 175 people watching. I did slack on this. This is actually 2 hours into the stream, so honestly, everyone fell asleep. I get that. And of course, 458 on Twitch. Twitch doing well today. Incredible stuff. But anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, my friends. I'll see you next time. Take it easy, okay?